guests here. And this is the first time actually we are doing this podcast. So we are welcoming Dr. Kumara and Dr. Sudarmanto or Dr. Toto from Institute for Global Environmental Strategies in Japan. Yeah, thank you very much for coming to our university. We have done Zoom before, but this is the first time we met actually. But with Dr. Toto, I already met him since we were in the ITB, yeah, because he's my senpai actually there. And today we are just want to have a very comfy conversation actually. It's not really formal, and we actually want to know about your institution first, and then what is your objectives to come to Indonesia. Please, Dr. Kumara.
Okay. So first of all, thank you very much inviting us to and accepting us to the university. And my name is Kumara. It is very long name. Call me Kumara. So I belong to the IGES. It's a research institute in Japan. So we call it is a change agent for environmental policy development. So our institute is basically works on promoting sustainable development and sustainable environmental changes in Asia Pacific region. Basically, so we are very strong Asia Pacific region. So we have different policy research areas. So I belong to sustainable consumption and production area. So we have more work on 3 priority research component. One is circular economy, and the second one is sustainable waste management and resource efficiency, and the third one is sustainable lifestyle, because we hope the current changes need more lifestyle and changes. So, and also we have a center, we call it is IGES UNEP Collaboration Center, where I head this center. So that is basically we work with the UNEP, especially UNEP ITC, we call it's based in Osaka. So they are the arm of UNEP for the waste and chemical component. So we work together in supporting national and local governments in to improve their waste management policy and actions. We call for towards circular economy and zero waste societies.
And the one with UNEP is also for Asia Pacific region.
It is actually not for only for Asia Pacific regions, but at the moment we are very strong Asia Pacific region. But we are now looking at some work in West Asia, like Jordan, Iraq, and Lebanon, and we are also now planning to do some work in Africa.
I see.
So, I will stop there, and my colleague Toto is.
Please.
Another research area. So.
Thank you very much, Dr. Fajar. My name is Sudarmanto Budi Nugroho from Institute for Global Environmental Strategies. I'm originally from Indonesia, but working in Japan for already 20 years. Within IGES, I belong to the city task force, which means we are a kind of special task force for the city-related issue, covering all aspect research in the city, from the urban city services, mostly on the transport or building, and also city planning. And also recently we are also focused on interlink between the climate mitigation and SDGs, Sustainable Development Goals. We within our group we manage about voluntary local review of the SDG worldwide. So we some city that already published their SDG report, voluntary report, they are publishing in our we publish in our website. Now we have more than 120 something like that for city around the world. Some of the city already updated twice more, some only just once, and several cities in Indonesia already published that one, like in Jakarta, Surabaya, and also recently West Java. We published it.
Oh, West Java province,
in our website. So yeah,
but no cities outside Java Island so far.
not yet. Depending on the because it is voluntary. We basically contact to the city whether they can publish in our website or not. Just we basically we make a summary and also link to the original report which belong to the city. But we want to make a exposure or we want to make a highlight in the global opinion. So, but some city are not really like to, but some city are very active in. If they would like to promote their report to the international arena, we will help them basically.
Is the report related to the achievement for the SDGs?
Yes.
Because as far as I know, I'm one of the validators for strategic environmental assessment. In Indonesia, we have to do that before a policy is enacted by the government, both in central government and in region or cities. So I noticed that at the moment, if we talk about the both long or middle term development plan, we have to do that SEA, and people try to identify the achievement for the SDGs.
Sure.
Is it the kind of report?
Like last the recent report that we have them is together. This one is in the West Java. This was written by SDG Center of Pajajaran University.
Oh, I see.
Our role as the reviewer of that report and also together with the UCIG ASPAC. This report funded by UNESCO. And the local counterpart is SDG Center of Pajajaran. So we will work together. What is the priority of the SDGs in the West Java? Among 17, they prioritize 6 area.
From the 17 goals,
From the 6 area, they have certain target and what the achievement, what is the progress, and how it's interlinked with the other goals, etc.
And the report is for public, we can access and we can try to replicate.
Actually, we hope we are channel to several cities already published. For example, like Surabaya, Jakarta already make it twice, and West Java now. And with the permit from them, we put in our laboratory website, and then it is within IGES, our VLR web is one of the most accessible web from around the world. So if the other international organization or other university or other people who has interest on the VLR report, then they visit, and then we basically put the information about the summary of the report and also the link of the report, and then contact person, etc. So if some people have interest, they can directly contact them.
I think this one point is very good for our director here, because he's one of the person who sometimes accompany the local government to do the SEA.
We plan to have a kind of webinar for that plan to develop VLR. Probably next month we will do with one of our colleagues who responsible for that one, Fernando, and in collaboration with UCIG, UCIG ASPAC in Jakarta.
I see. I think, please inform us about the webinar. Okay. So I return to Dr. Kumara, because I know that you already, coordinate many projects in Indonesia, and this is, I think, the first time we met in Padang. What actually is your objective for your visit to Indonesia, particularly to Padang?
Yes, this time actually. So we have been working in many cities in Indonesia. So my team, especially for waste management perspective, so we have started our first interaction in Surabaya.
I see.
So we work with the Surabaya city in developing a very long partnership in improving waste management. So that's give us also a lot of experience. So how to, because I feel this the governance structures and the system in Indonesia something different from other countries. So you have very community level organizations and waste collection is decentralized to community level.
Yes, yes.
These are something for us also very interesting learning from research. So we work with Surabaya for a long time and supporting improving waste management, community initiatives, composting, and then reducing some waste, targets, and some of these successes are documented in Surabaya city also. And then we work with some, try to expand some other cities like Medan, and then Palembang. And so then the new city what we started is Padang. So for me, after Medan, so working in this region is very interesting. So and us how we can learn linking each other.
I see.
So the Padang, so we have before the COVID, so we have been working with the city to develop the first city waste management action plan. Your university also supported a lot, professors.
Selamat ya.
Yes, and we work closely with the university and research, and we developed the status report of waste management in Padang, identified gaps, and then we work with the consultations and develop the city action plan. But suddenly when we come up with this report, the COVID was happened, so we couldn't done more work after that to see further steps how we going more forward to implementing some of these actions in the action plan. So then after COVID, now again we can open the situation. So this time our purpose is to learn a little bit about what happened after the action plan and what is the new. Because I know that the governments also change and some staff has changed in the city. So we want to talk with the new staff and the people to see there is any possibility for us as a research institute to further work with Padang City. So that's something. It's look like a fact-finding this time is scoping mission. So we meet a lot of people who are involved in the waste management in the city, and today also we want to talk with you and get your learning and advice how we can go forward.
And then I just want to add, like, this program is under the initiative of cooperation ASEAN, like Indonesia, Malaysia, Thailand, IMTGT. So this program, this program is focusing only can be done in Sumatra island, cannot be in other island because this is a triangle between Sumatra, Malaya, Semenanjung, and also Thailand.
I see.
And as mentioned by Mr. Kumara, we would like to do scoping because we would like to know more, because we already developed the action plan, but now we will try to shift from action research to more practical research. What kind of practical activities can be implemented in Padang? Now we are meeting with many stakeholders to get information, to get update on and then what kind of try to find some area of the collaboration that can.
I see, I see. So I think it's now my turn to answer what you want to know about Universitas Andalas. Yeah. So this is a two-way conversation actually. So if you want to know anything about our facilities here, we have also Ibu Ansiha, Dr. Ansiha, who can also help to explain later.
So first, for me, first time I came to the university, this center. So I would like to know a little bit about what is this center and what you are doing.
So actually the center is the oldest center of study in Universitas Andalas, because this center was established in 1979, and the characteristic of this center for study is the members are from different faculties. So we have both exact and non-exact lecturers or researchers who work here, and most project usually needs the involvement of multidisciplinary experts, and because we have limited resources in our university, so sometimes the resources are involved in many areas. For example, beside in this Center for Studies, I also involved in the Green Campus team. So the Green Campus team was formed because of we can say a competition in Indonesia that universities are assessed by Universitas of Indonesia about their campus activities related to the environment. For example, in waste management and water management, energy, and including the safety, many categories. And we used to have the high rank actually in the assessment, but due to many reasons, the rank was not been able to be held, and then the rank dropped significantly. So now we are starting to do better, not only for the ranking but also for giving our students the teaching plans, so they can see directly what we can do with waste, for example. Also with we also have a micro hydro power plant here, although now it's at the step of initiation, but we are trying to move towards renewable energies. And actually the initiative that we do in our campus related to the waste is started from last year, in 2023, because beforehand we processed the organic waste into compost only, but when we make compost, we need also like cow dung, and it is very hard to get the cow dung. So the waste was piling up. So we have to find another way to process the waste. We want to prevent the waste from being taken to the landfill. So I met the startup in Jakarta, named Comes to Ara, and from that startup we learned the on-site waste treatment process. In Indonesia we call it teknologi olah sampah di sumbernya, and the abbreviation is TOS. So TOS in Indonesia is like high five, TOS. So the sign is like this, the gesture, and the processing is the same as that you saw in Bali, actually, in Denpasar, because they use the same technology. So we put the waste into bio-drying box, and then we put bioactivator to dry the waste within 7 days. And after 7 days, we convert the waste into pellets. And at the moment, we use the pellets mostly for cement padang. We collaborate under the Nabung Saro scheme, So we got points, and then we already managed to get some rewards for the point. We got mini golds. So the waste has already converted into gold, and actually the gold is now at my rector's office room, so we cannot see because he is having meeting. And some of the activities, we also developed the stove, the cooking stove, that we can utilize also the fuel from the waste processing facility. And this activity actually we want to show to the students particularly that the waste that is usually converted into compost or some of them is sent to the landfill can be also used as alternative fuels, not only for industries but also for domestic activities like cooking. So that's the idea. Okay.
Yes, thank you very much for this explanation. I think this is really relevant what we have had so far, because yesterday we had the chance to talk to the city officials and see what their plans to improve the waste management in Padang city. So they also have plans.
Yes.
They explain us how they are thinking to ask the people to separate the waste to the three types: organic, non-organic, and residue. And then bringing this non-organic to waste bank, and then connect the waste bank with the aggregator and then the business for the larger business.
I see.
For the recycling. But what we found, like the city also found that their problem is how to manage the organic waste. So that's something like more than 60%, 70% of the city waste is organic.
Yeah.
So they feel non-organic is still okay through this waste bank and the systems, but the organic, how to do that. So and we had some discussions about what technology can be utilized for the treat the organic waste, like the compost, biogas, and like a new way of looking that as a pellet and biomass, and use that biomass to the electricity generation, the power plant, maybe another options, because I feel the compost is have some possibility and also limitations. Some cities with very urbanized, it is very no land for farmers. So compost is very difficult to use as a compost. So in that case, they need another options. Organic waste can be utilized. So I'm also very much interested. We are also very much interested in this new way of using compost, new technology or new path. Composting is something very important. And also we discuss biofuel, maybe my total
biofuel in terms of
the organic waste.
The other idea of that we listened yesterday from because the city want to solve the main problem of organic, which is like 60 or 70% of the total, which is huge, and they are thinking about like because composting is challenging for the big capacity, and one of our colleagues has some interest or some study on converting this municipal solid waste into bio-CNG, which is already happened and already implemented in India, in Indian cities, to use the bio-CNG.
But that one is centralized or centralized?
Also, we still not sure, but this is just the idea that come after this discussion with the city government.
I see.
We may do some more research or more exploration on the possibility on that one. And we also would like to know from you, because you already implement the conversion to the biomass fuel. So I mean, what is our first question is like, what is the challenging issue for scale up? For the scale up, because we know that in Indonesia innovation or piloting is usually very good and work very well, but challenging in upscaling. So we because yesterday when we visit the Andalas University, Semen Padang, we can see some data of the actual waste that come to the Semen Padang, and the big one still from Pancadaya or something. That's one of the big one, and Unand is also, and also DLH Padang. But we see like there is still a room to improve either the capacity. So yeah, one of the question from us is like because you have successfully done that one in the small scale, but if you make it regular or make it increase and regularly, what is the challenging issue from your based on your experience?
Yeah, actually the challenging issue is at the moment our cooperation with Semen Padang is based on Nabung Sarok scheme, and that one is not really a business to business approach. We still depends the operation expenditure in our facility. Some of them are still using the budget from our university. Actually, my plan is how to make this unit as self-sustained. So they have a contract with Semen Padang, and they produce regularly, and I think it is possible. But another issue is the political will, how to make this into a business unit in our university. And related to the upscaling issue, because the concept of TOS is actually based on community, so community based. It is not like one big company or one big facility that can process all the waste from a wide area. So the one in Denpasar is very good example. Actually, it is covering only one village and using their own funding from the government to develop or to construct the facility and to operate. And I don't know at the moment, but when I visited them last time, they said that the pellet that they produce, some institution has bought for 1,500 per kilograms, which is 1.5 million rupiahs per ton. It is almost the same as the price of coal before the Ukraine war, actually. And now Semen Padang is actually asking us to increase the production capacity so that the scheme can be changed from Nabung Sarok into business to business by using contract. But that one needs very serious, commitment also from our university. So we have to make our, talking about the waste generation, there is plenty. But talking about the facility operational, that is another challenge. So we are towards that process. But at the moment, we are still doing by using, like trials, like still at the trial stage. And the idea in developing this TOS, our technology olah sampah di sumber, is using the commutative law of mathematics. For example, if you want to build one facility that capable to produce 1,000 tons, it is the same as building 1,000 facilities that can produce 1 ton each. So that's the idea. So I don't believe that this facility can be built up to maybe 100 ton per day. It's too large, and it is not efficient because the transporting cost will be very high. But if we can make a lot of the one that we have here or the one in Sumertakaja village in Bali, in each village, then I think it's another game changer. So it is not centralized, but rather it's decentralized approach. So that is what I can share with you.
Yeah. So I have few observations.
Yes.
Because so when it's come to the this small scale operations, what I feel like when I talk to the Denpasar
Yes.
this group, so their capacity is something limited because it's a small scale, so then their knowledge and things, so their capacity is small. But then it should be proper someone, I don't know, it's another agency or another partner who need to take care of these small producers, because currently they cannot sell this because if it is go to they have to send it to the cement factory or the power plant. It's very far. So they produce only 100 kilo or something, so they cannot transport it to so then collecting this all small one and managing this model should be someone should be lead, because that's what I see in the West Bank also. Because West Bank is a very small level. It is good to work with the community and collect, but their capacity is very limited. So they can do it, collect and send someone.
I see.
So that's why the aggregator is there. So the aggregator getting is aggregator or the little bit bigger. So his volume is enough to put machines or something. The West Bank cannot put machines because West Bank is smaller. Their volume is not enough for operating the shredder machine or something.
I see.
So then they have to expand.
I see.
That's what West problem is. When looking at the self-sustained volume and the price is something anyhow come to discussion. So,
I see.
so that's how to manage that. This scale is very very important. What I learned. I don't know Toto. How
Exactly. We think that. And many innovations are already working very well. But how to integrate this one and the system that is still homework for us.
Yes.
As I said to you in personal message, we are not worried about the individual innovation. Because like in many places it's worked very well. But to be interconnected in the system of the city that can be more meaningful to the city in contribution to the waste management is something that we are thinking like how to do this one. Like that's why in this time we are visiting many stakeholders from the bandar, the big bandar like as the aggregator, and also like the West Bank Induk Pancadaya. How we would like to listen from them how it we interconnect together in the system and
in my opinion, the most important thing is first to find the off-takers of our product.
Yes.
So the off-takers in our case is mainly cement padang, which is industry. If we talk about power plants, I have read some of the publications. If we only send them the bio pellets that contain high volatile matter, some of the boiler is not suitable, so it will disrupt the operation. So then the off-taker option is limited there. But we also developed this kind of stove, and I already showed you before that when we use this stove, we can use the pellet or the biomass residue as it is. At the end, we can get char, and based on the Semen Padang laboratory, the char is also a good, alternative fuel for them. So, this information leads me to a conclusion that we can use or process our organic waste into pellets. But in that area, if in that area there are no industries or power plant, then we can use it in biomass stove. But in Indonesia, most people now are very comfortable using the LPGs, right? But some area, for example, in West Sumatra, we have Mentawai Islands. They still use kerosene, and then with high price, and also some of them use woods for cooking. So that area must be prioritized actually to utilize this kind of waste processing and utilization of the biopellets. And the byproduct, which is biochar, they can use it if they have, in Mentawai Island, for example, they have developed the biomass power plant, but it is not sustained because the design was using bamboos as fuel. And people there, at the beginning, they are approving to provide the bamboos, but maybe because of the pricing, they didn't continue to do the contract with the power plant. So why not we pilot the project in an area that needs a replacement to the kerosene, and they are not have access to LPGs, and then by using the waste there into fuel, and then the fuel is used in the biomass stove to by-produce the char, and the char is used at the biomass power plant. So that's the idea. If we have successfully done that in one area, then people will see, oh, it works. Because the challenge for me to introduce this biomass stove, even in rural areas in Padang, in West Sumatra, is that they have access to LPG. So they have something comfortable. So it is very hard, even though we say to them that this one is good actually because you don't have to pay for LPG anymore. You just try to find biomass residue, but they still think that it is not comfortable. They have to wait the fire to be stabilized. This is like using the LPG stoves. So that's another challenge actually. But the idea is like that. We try to add the values of the materials and the users of the materials.
Because you also mentioned about the pricing is sensitive, and you also understand that. So we would like to know more in Frank speaking. Working with Semen Padang, is it good in terms of the economic or not?
At the moment, we are using the Nabung Saro, so it is not, profit-oriented approach, because we send to them and then they give us points and then we change. But actually, it's Semen Padang themselves who offer us to make business-to-business contract.
They also mentioned us.
But at the moment, I'm not really confident. But that one must be by the top management approval, of course, because if we have signed the contract, then we have to fulfill the contract. Although the opportunity is there actually.
Because we saw one of the good things in Padang is like the off-taker of Semen Padang is ready. They are ready.
Yes.
And then they are not very strict in the term of the
specification. Yeah.
And but we understand, of course, for example, from one of the bandar yesterday, they said like the pricing of Semen Padang is not really good for them, and they don't really want to go to that band. That we understand. So we would like to see this, balancing to find in the meeting point with where that.
Actually, when they asked me a certain amount of pellets to be sent to their facility, then we think about our facility. Now our facility is utilizing the existing one, so it is not expanded to a larger facility. So it means that the capacity is very limited. And if they ask for a high amount of pellets, then we cannot provide more. So actually, we need a kind of capital expenditure to improve, like at least like in Denpasar with a lot of drying boxes. The machinery is already there, so it's just to improve the capacity of for drying actually. That one.
Because we also visit the Cilegon. We also produce the biomass pellet for Indonesia Power, and they are also very challenging in terms of scaling up, because Indonesia Power can accept like 2,000 or 4,000 per day, but they only can produce 10 or like 8 ton per day.
Yeah, so, that's the problem.
We see many potential market and demand, but how to increase the capacity of the supplier is also one of our concern with him. So like this is the opportunity. We never faced the opportunity in the past, but now there's opportunity in front of us. So and could be a solution, because case by case, like in Jakarta, they don't really care about the pricing because what their intention is to save the landfill. But in some other cities, the pricing component is really key for because the city doesn't have budget for that.
Yes.
With some balance sheet for this one.
I see.
For example, like Jakarta, the minus is okay because compared to the landfill, minus is more in the landfill.
Yes. So the environmental consideration is more.
This is something that we would like to know more about how to because we see the demand and the requirement from demand, but we are very flexible. But the amount they want more. So.
Yes. So actually, the capital expenditure is another thing that we have to consider now. If universitas analysts want to upscale the facility so that we can start the business to business contract with Cement Padang.
Business to business, it will be handled by a kind of unit business of the unit.
Yes, because we have a directorate for business development, because we are now one of in Indonesia we call it PTNBH. So it's like the campus can make its own business units.
Okay.
For example, the office beside this office is an office who has service for people who want to halal certify their products, and they have to pay to that service. So we can also make, for example, the biopellet production business unit. But we have to really sure that the supply will be fulfilling the contract.
Initial study on the commercialization of the drug in the university by your university?
Not yet actually, for the biopellet, not yet.
So like looking at what is the
commercialization,
how much ton?
How to prepare the new unit business of the university.
Feasibility study.
Study of the business of the university to produce the biopellet, something like that.
Actually it is a very important study to start, but no time, so we haven't done that at the moment. So that one is the empem from Palembang directly I brought. So you can.
It's a kind of like in Japan, it's from the fish. I think
like fish cake lah.
Cake.
Okay. Any question from Bu Ansiha and Bu Putih or Bu Tiffany?
Please, Bu.
What do you think about the pempek? Is it delicious? This is authentic one from Palembang,
In Japan we have chikwa.
Chikwa,
Close to chikwa.
almost. Yes. That one a bit karai. Thank you. So later we can see the facility, which is actually almost similar with the one in Denpasar, but we have only.
So for that one, so the because I saw the Denpasar also mostly the green waste, not the household waste. Is it possible
Yes.
the both or only green waste is possible?
Green waste, the
60%, 70%.
sorry, the
Because most in Denpasar, most of the composition from the green waste, from the food waste or other organic is not so big.
Yeah, we could.
the food waste they give to what?
Pig farm.
Yeah. So they have the deal with the food waste, and in our campus actually we don't do for food waste at the moment because we have very limited amount of the bio-drying box. But I already shared to Dr. Toto actually, the startup has done this in Klungkung in Bali, different area, and they successfully empty a landfill by using this technology. And they even use the bioactivator, they use leachate from the landfill for the bioactivator because they have to do for a large amount of waste. And they provide the pellet into one of the power plants there.
So it's happened in Jakarta or
In Klungkung in Bali. In Bali.
Not
But
the regency.
the
But then that initiative finished after the new mayor change.
yeah.
So it's like a
so
more political time.
they done this drying at the landfill.
Yeah, they harvest the waste from landfill to
Yeah.
make into the alternative fuel.
Like a landfill mining,
Yeah.
and then put the bioactivator and then make it to the pellet and then
Yes.
sell it to the So it's work for the small town like the Klungkung, not big like Padang, not big like that one.
Yeah,
But it's doable. But again, the first is like a continuity depending on the mission of or vision of the local leader. The first, because then the new local leader has different
Interest.
goal and interest, then stop. The second one is like the business.
yeah. Just the challenge if a political issue has been input into the waste processing technology, then sometimes it's not sustained. So,
I'm interested in the study of business development in the university.
You can think about that.
okay.
Because the university, because of the status of the PTBMN, they have more freedom to
Yeah.
develop a kind of business unit from the university. There is no strict regulation from national government, university cannot do, but it's depending on them if they are really confident, if they think that this is doable and sustainability and finance and can be operated, then they can manage.
Yes.
Like in Bogor, they are operating a hotel, shopping mall.
Yeah.
In Bogor Agriculture University, they make business from the shopping mall, etc.
The good thing with campus is that many people visited this facility every year, yeah. So they can be inspired and they can replicate at their own place. So, like that.
Because they have very strong relationship with the Semen Padang, and basically many of alumni of the university look in Semen Padang. And Semen Padang is already open the door, very open. It's most of the challenge is now within the university how they can leverage themselves to increase the capacity.
Actually, this year, the Ministry of Environment and Forestry Indonesia, they do 3 pilot projects for this kind of facility. One is in Sawalunto, and the DED was made by the startup company together with us. So that one is for 3 tons per day, and the off-taker will be the power plant in Sawalunto. And at the moment, I think it's at the stage of bidding for the construction. So we will put our eyes on the activities because we believe that the direct product is not really suitable for the power plant, but we will try to push the utilization first at the biomass stove, the metal one, and then after people can use the biomass stove, they can exchange the biochar with new. So actually we are trying to make biochar factory but spread it into the household. So household can get the fire, and then the biochar will be sent back to the facility and they get the new pellets. So the char, which is much more suitable for the power plant, will be collected in the facility and sent to the power plant. That one I think nobody does in the world at the moment. So
The problem with the decentralization is at the collection of the plant.
yeah.
Then we need to talk about the efficient collection system.
Yeah, but when people get advantage for what they are doing, so for example, they send the biochar, then they get the new fuel for cooking. They will voluntarily do that because they don't have to buy another LPG gas. But we are helped by converting the biopellets into char, at households. So that's the idea.
So your experience of this the bio pellet produced from this organic is cannot used by the power plant
Directly, yeah, because when I visited the what BRIN is the government research center, there's a researcher there that show that if we use RDF 100% from the waste, then the boiler will be disrupted very fast because so many impurities. And yeah, we want to replace coal with something that is not similar with coal, then there's a problem there. But when we use char, which is almost similar, fixed carbon, then the feasibility is higher. It is technically feasible because the volatile matter is slow, and then the impurities has already burned during the utilization.
The fresh biopellet probably has still some impurities.
Yeah, many
impurities. But from the point of view CCSC probably, or the air quality people, it's mean like you will distribute the impurities to the citizen, because then we will use for the cooking stove. Eric's study on the negative experience on the cooking stove. This is we need to be careful on this one.
Yes,
because you will distribute this air pollution from the impurities to the cooking stove to the citizen. Basically, you would like to clean that one, and then you will get the pure char that can be suitable for the power plant. You distribute it to the people. Where can be into the power plant.
Then it is localized.
The power plant, we need to handle this one. This is like a trade-off issue.
But there's another technology actually developed by the startup company, but at the moment we don't have it. It is called mini gasifier. The mini gasifier convert the pellets into smoke, and the smoke can be put into generating set for electricity, genset, to produce electricity. Or you can use the smoke into a cooking stove, but centralized one. So this one is for micro or small enterprises. It's very good because they can replace the fuel by using pellets. But they have to have the facility, the gasifier. And for your information, this gasifier has been, what can I say? There's a company from Germany, Loesche. They are interested in this gasifier and they want to upgrade it into Europe standard one. And they will launch it I think this month at 27 in Karawang, they built a facility, and I can share some videos later for you. So because when I was in Palembang, we saw this facility, and they use actually the facility to generate electricity to charge electricity boat. So the electricity boat also developed by the startup company, use photovoltaic, and also the battery can be charged by using the gasifier with genset. So
It startup is Indonesian.
yes, Indonesian team from Actually, I learned a lot from them.
Yes.
They have the junior experts and also the senior one, my senior from ITB, who supervise their work. So
So they based in Jakarta.
in Jakarta, yeah.
So we need to see the applicability in some places. Like the Tuku or other.
How these things
How
happening.
Yeah. The newest one, the gasifier, is in Palembang in Pusri, but the one that is developed by the German company is in Karawang, but it is still under construction. The unit
So this is for gasification.
gasification. So the idea is the pellet is gasified, and then it can be used for producing electricity or for cooking, but centralized one, not at household. And
So
at the end,
they can give it to the main line, so electricity.
yeah,
They can
yes,
run that.
on grid, yes. And at the end also they will produce the biochar. The biochar is more centralized if we want to convert other than the household ideas. Yeah.
Yeah, I think this new innovation, new discussion, I feel before COVID we didn't hear. So now we hear things happening.
Yeah, I think when the innovation already good in starting and in small scale, and how my question is like how to make it the scale up of this one, and how to replicate in other places is not a issue that we need to
All right.
because the case by case, and also like what is the red line of those all activities, I think.
Okay then. So
We have some research. We are a research institute. We also research institute. So we are interested to see some this research part and any possibilities. So we are very happy to see
all right.
positively. But I don't know we can do or not. But it's depend on the things. But we would like to see any possibility.
Yes. Yeah.
To do maybe some workshop or we can, because as I mentioned, so other countries also now discussing India, Cambodia, these countries, Thailand, also discussing RDF.
Yes.
These renewable energy things. So some kind of sharing
experience. He's thinking like
academic level.
Not purely academic theoretical, but more applicable, like applied science, that academic applied science. We would like to see the possibility to organize a kind of sharing session from the stakeholder, from Bali,
because now, as you mentioned, a lot of cities are stabilizing these RDA facilities and
And some of them already realized that if we use centralized one, the operating cost is very high.
Yes, so then somehow maybe decentralized challenges.
But decentralization should be in cannot be, for example, cannot be at household level. Should be at the community level. Like in Sumerta Teja, that's more good size in what our understanding also, or a little bit bigger also still possible, but too big is too easy to fall, etc. So we need to discuss on that level of Fajar.
Okay.
Something like a learning,
sharing of the learning experience, and then we make a summarizing on that one to move forward for that.
Yes.
So inviting the national government government also, the energy ministry and the investment.
Because what's the key factor, for example, on the RDF, what we can see, Pak Fajar, one of the key is like the transportation distance to the in between source and the operator. In the case of Denpasar, they have sharing because most of the air in Jawa, so most of the transportation cost is take 60 or 70% of the total sales of the RDF.
I see.
Well, for example, in the case of Cilacap, it's only 7 kilo from the location.
But the operating cost.
Yeah, and then the transportation cost can be minimized, can be neglected, but the operational cost is very high.
Yeah.
So this kind of like combination
Yes.
of thing is like, and also for example, Jakarta, they don't really care about the cost, basically because they want to clean up the landfill. So this.
I see.
This is we are actually very much interested. So if we university and IGES can jointly organize
the workshop,
Palembang and practical.
This is for university also because we extracted the real application in it.
And if possible, we will invite couple of international speakers.
I see.
Also, so that's something I feel we can discuss.
Yes. All right.
So anyhow, we thought to have this session. So if we can do together with the university, this center, and IGES together, and along with Palembang City, and Padang City,
and like also next like international session on this one, Pak Fajar, and we will invite like from Sumatera Raja or RGF Terlalu in Denpasar to share their experience, to share. We need to be frank with what is the challenging issue, what is the because we want to have like a better in how to make a better solution in this.
Yes.
And the technically and
operationally, and also not the issue like political.
Okay. All right. So we can.
If you have like your university have any workshop or plan, so we can do back to back or something. You can, if not, so we can have this one together.
End of the year.
End of the year.
Only next year.
Because
it is depend on your academic calendar. So.
Actually, at the moment we are proposing a kind of workshop to UNDP because they offer opportunities for those who want to have workshop on alternative energy. So we have made the terms of reference, and we are trying to increase the capacity of local leaders to use Dana Desa, the village fund, because each village has funding from the government, and they can use it for everything.
Like the one that's from the village fund.
But some of the village leaders don't know how to use it correctly, so sometimes it end up at the court because they did something wrong. So we want to improve their capacity, and at the moment we are waiting for the approval from UNDP actually. So if it's not more the UNDP and then you want to make it back to back, that is also okay. I see.
Or if just slowly this workshop gets international.
Okay.
It's okay.
I can try to write something, and then we can discuss later on about this.
Then we can discuss program.
I see.
We can talk how to invite the national.
Okay. All right then. Thank you very much. So we have talked more than 1 hour actually. So, Bu Putih, any comments or Bu Fani?
So, I want to hear what they are doing for the green campus. Because IGES is partner with the Malaysia University on the green campus. So, what you are doing in the green campus?
So actually, I am the coordinator for the education and research area in Green Campus teams. So basically, we collecting data from each faculty about the curriculum related to the sustainable development goals, and also the number of research that is carried on related to the SDGs also. So yeah, basically we are doing like collecting data for my team, and also.
And then you collecting this data and then you need to submit to the national to get this ready. So that is one request of this data is.
Yeah, so actually they already have the criteria.
Okay.
So we collect the data, we put it into the form, and then we submit the data, and then they will assess. Yeah, and then they will give us the grade.
Grade.
So this is a grade. So this is basically for my team.
So what is the challenging issue in that one? Because we heard from Pak Fajar, the result is the level of the position is dropped from the top level drop. So what is the issue?
Wilson, what is
the issue and how to make a rebound?
I think maybe the competitors getting stronger.
Yeah, that's the very diplomatic answer.
Which university is the first doing better?
Yeah,
The organizer itself.
Organizer.
The host.
What is the university?
University of Indonesia.
It's in Jakarta.
In Jakarta. Not Jakarta, Depok.
Yeah.
So what is your program to make it go back to make rebound?
Yeah, actually from last year we are
Jumping, yeah.
jumping
Go better.
10 rank.
Oh.
10 rank. So once this year, so maybe in Dallas University, yeah, they try to improve from water supply.
So
area.
what is the key? For example, in the proper system, if you use the renewable energy, then you will get the high.
Yeah.
In the green metric, what is the key indicator or several key indicators that you need to achieve in order to get the high position? What is the key indicator?
There are 6 indicators.
Okay.
Energy, water supply, wastewater, and then solid waste management, education and research, infrastructure. Climate masuk ke energy, and then also infrastructure, which can support the environment.
So which one you are currently low? Point wise. Waste management. What is that?
Water supply and wastewater treatment. Also transportation.
Now everybody use the motorcycle.
In the University of Indonesia, there is a station of the train, and they operate the bus, with the electric bus in the university, so then they get a good point.
Yeah, that's right.
So they need to promote more bus in the Unand University, Andas University.
Yeah.
And then
Actually, if I can get the approval to build a mini gasifier, I'll try to make a charging station, but the fuel for making the electricity is from the waste.
that is also
Maybe at the first, at the first trial, we will only use that for motorcycle. That use electricity. And then
We would, I and IGES would like to make a pilot project for vehicle to home electric system in ITB and in Udayana. That is funded by the IDB because from the solar PV, electric vehicle, but when the vehicle is not used for the commuting, then the electricity from the battery can be used from the office. So
that one is with ADB, yeah?
yeah, we got some fund from ADB, and IPB, one of the to the research and also to pilot, and the other one in Guyana University.
I see. So this is actually the mini gasifier,
Oh,
and then this is connected to an electric generator.
no, it can move, eh?
Yeah.
It's a mobile.
Yes, this one is mobile. So the facility that we have at the moment is bio-drying box, and then we have palletizer and waste shredder. We don't use this drying because
Rotary dryer.
yeah, rotary dryer, yes. So, but when we can improve this, for example, by putting the photovoltaic, solar photovoltaic, and then add this gasifier, then this is the idea actually. So, this solid waste treatment facility is also a charging station area because we produce also electricity, and then people can start to use maybe for the waste collecting vehicle, they use electricity, and then also for motorbike. Yeah, so this is the idea.
So this is this facility. When I say this facility, so this is cannot do by the community. Eh?
This one can, but for this, I mean the complete facilities, I think the budget is very high.
Yeah, it should
So-
be somewhere in the little bit larger area.
Yeah, but the one that is currently constructed in Sawah Lunto in West Sumatra is only bio drying and then and up until the bio pellets.
Yes, that's what they see.
Yes,
in Pasar.
yes.
Yes.
But if in Denpasar they can improve because in Denpasar many tourists maybe use the electric motorbike, electric motorcycle. They can charge at their place actually, and they can consider it as decarbonization activities. This is the German company that recognize the mini gasifier and want to improve based on the German. I think you can have this one. I have more. This is the startup company that we work. Comes to Ara.
Actually, in the PST,
Uh-huh.
they already sent.
Oh yeah, okay. We can move to PPST now.
Okay.
Already. Okay, thank you for the information. So we can end this podcast. Thank you very much for watching. See you later.
Thank you. Thank you.